Profite Max, also a fairly new platform. I've only been in it, I think, 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. So I just want to clarify one thing here quickly. A lot of people are calling this a cash cow, and they're looking at the returns that they're getting and thinking, hey, it's very high returns, very high returns. But I just want to alert you, this is using sports betting. Basically, it's an industry where they are using cryptocurrency together with sports betting to generate profits for us, and then obviously we're getting those returns. But when it says 4.5 or 4.6, or I think the higher package is a 4.7% per hour.
Per hour.
Yeah, per hour. That is not profit over and above your capital. That 4 point whatever it is on whichever package you are getting is inclusive of your capital coming back within the 24 hours as well. So there's two ways you can go about it. Once your 24 hours has expired, so to say, you will have your money in your wallet. If you haven't done that over the 24 hours, so let's say you leave it. Let's just say in this scenario, you put your money in now, and then tomorrow the same time, without doing anything, you come back and your money is all there in the wallet on Profite Max, on your dashboard. You've got two options. You can either withdraw your 110% or your 108%. Sorry, the smallest one is 108, 110, and 112. So what does that mean? Your capital came back plus the 8% or the 10% or the 12% on top of it. So you can either withdraw all of that to your wallet, and then if you wanted to, you can reinvest however much you want to reinvest again. Or you can choose to take all of the profits that are already in your dashboard and just deposit it again without taking it out and putting it back in. You can just do it straight from your dashboard. You go to deposit and you say from my balance, and then it uses your balance and it redeposits that into and you can choose the amount there as well. So you don't have to take all of it. It gives you the option of putting in the amount, and then it just starts another 24-hour cycle plan. So in this case, this system, you can manually compound your earnings if you so choose to do. So right now, I'm busy doing that. I started with $251 plans, and currently I have, I think, about 3 plans running of close to $300 running at the moment. So I've built it up a little bit, and if I can earn between $15 to $20 a day on that, again, like I said, it's just slowly building up. So maybe by the end of the month, I might be able to take that money that I make as profit and put it into something else, for instance, like another coin on EasyBot, or maybe put into some other platform that is more sustainable, if we can say that, or a little bit safer for us to invest in, which we will never know until we find them. But, that's just the plan. So, where you make some profit on one, maybe you use it and you put it somewhere else, or you just, spread your risk and diversify by putting your eggs in different baskets and not all in one.
So let's just clarify here. If you put in $100 today on this platform, you get the 110% package, which produces 4.2% per hour. How much will you have?
That's 4.
How much?
6 per hour.
What's that?
It's 4.6 per hour on the 110 package, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, let's take a look real quick.
Yeah, just get it on your screen. I think it starts at 4.5 for the lower one, 4.6 for the middle one, and then I think 4.7 for the one just before the.
So this says here you'll make, I did the predict 4.6 per hour. So let's see. Let me see. So
it works out to just over 110. Actually, they've just rounded it off, obviously, at the top, but it's just over 110%. So that 10% odd extra that you're getting is the profit on top of the 100%, which is your capital coming back. I don't know if that was what you were wanting to understand.
Let's just get the calculator. I know they don't do the hourly, but let's just do daily. So if you do $100 at 4.6.
No, it can't work like that. It's not going to work like that.
Well, we'll just do 24 days. Quote. We'll just, instead days, we'll call hours. Right. So okay, 4.6 at 22.
No, you must make it 24. You must make it 24.
So in the next day, you should have $294.28.
No. I think somewhere along the line, remember, because it doesn't compound every time it does the 4.6. So on this now, it's compounding every time it does that daily. So you can't use this calculator. It's not going to work out.
Oh, I see. Okay. I got you. So
either you've got to work it out. 4.6 times 24 hours gives you that 110, and you just multiply your capital by that.
Okay. Let's just do it. Let's do it. I'm going to pull up a spreadsheet right now, and sorry, my computer's in like overload mode right now.
This is it's still up to you, because it is a 24-hour system. So it's not like your money sits there and it reinvests itself. You've still got to choose. I mean, if, like I said, in the scenario I gave, if I put in money right now and I leave it for the 24 hours, that money will be in my dashboard or on my dashboard reflecting there tomorrow at the same time. Now, as I said, I can choose to compound it manually, or I can choose to withdraw it and then put back a little bit if I want. So it's totally up to you as to what strategy you want to use for this. Obviously, you know, I took a chance with like $100 odd, and yes, it's a little bit of money to a lot. Some people, they say $100 is not much, but you know, so I'm just playing around with, as Eddie says, insignificant money, and it's growing slowly but surely, because I'm choosing to compound it, so to say. So you know, I started with 52, then it became, you know, 56, and then it became a little bit higher, a little bit higher. So now I've got one plan, I think, of $100, another one of 90 something, and the other one 89. So basically, they're earning me a little bit more every day, and I put that back, you know. So yeah.
So then
what is the 14 representing days?
Yeah, by 14 hours.
Okay.
Why 14 hours?
So hour one, I make 4. So I'm gonna make 4.6 every hour is what I'm doing, correct?
Yes, but it doesn't change every hour. So it doesn't compound every hour and earn you more.
Okay, so
you're getting the same. If you go to your earnings tab on
so that's a simple equation. It's 4.6 times 24 hours.
Yes.
So this times this. So I'll make $110 profit in 24 hours. So
no, not $110 profit. You're making 10.4 profit on top of the $100.
Well, hold on now. Hour one, I made 4.6, right?
Eddie,
so
Eddie, look at, take column D and subtract column A.
Take column D and subtract.
No, in column E. On column E, take equals column D, subtract column A. That is your profit. You made $10 on top of your 100.
But hold on, Paul.
24 hours.
Hold on. Maybe I missed. Here's okay. So
that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Hold on. I'm going to make 4.6% per hour. Correct?
Oh, per day. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. So hour one, I make $4.60 profit, correct?
If you heard what I said earlier on,
okay.
The 4.6 you're making hourly is inclusive of your capital coming. Please go to your Profit Max dashboard. Let me show you something.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
I didn't take a screenshot of my last deposit. Okay, unfortunately, you don't have money to put in now. So just go to, it's difficult now because when you do your deposit, it even tells you there in the payment screen, when you've paid, it says there, capital return, and it says no, it's inclusive in the profits. No one's reading that. And I've tried to say it over the last few days, that is how it works, but people are still getting confused.
Yes.
So
I think
that 4.6% every hour for the 24 hours, part of that 4.6% is inclusive of your money that you gave them to use. They're paying it back, but in 24 hours, plus the 10% on top of it, which is the profit you're making on top of your 100.
Plus the 10%. Yeah, I would like to just set up a different account just to see how the numbers. So are you I would like to see an account that doesn't have any referrals to see how that plays out.
I don't have referrals at the moment, and that's exactly how it's working. I can tell you for a certain.
Are you able to share yours and show us how yours breaks out?
I think I cannot. Can I say something? I think I cannot understand what he's trying to say. Like you calculate the 4.6 times 24, whatever thing it gives you, you deduct your capital from it. The leftover is your profit, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to my screen now with my Profit Max on it. Just hang on. I had it open somewhere.
Net income 10%.
Yes, that even tells you in the breakdown, net income is how much you make. The
4.6 per hour. Net income 10%. Okay.
Okay, so Eddie, I'm going to share my screen quickly. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to get back to Zoom here.
So basically, if you put in $100, your total profit the next day would be $10.
Okay, just for the sake of this, yes. Okay, so but let me just share my screen. I'll just show you exactly what I'm talking about when you invest, what it shows you. Okay, I'm on the wrong. Okay, so I've got 2165, which I've made in the last hour or so, because just before the meeting, I actually, let me just show you my deposits. I made one literally just before the meeting. Let me just minimize myself here so I can see my screen. So there's my 3 plans running at the moment, $100, $89, and a $92.50. This $92.50, I literally did, their system is an hour ahead of me. So when this says 4 o'clock, it was 3 o'clock my time. So actually in 2 hours, all those plans have earned me $21.65. So I'm just going to show you for the sake of this. I believe I should be able to take the lowest plan at the moment. So I'm going to make a deposit now using this here. I hope you guys are following along with me. Minimum amount $10. So yes, I can do that. So watch what happens now. I'm going to take the fork plan. Now this is 108%. So that means I'm going to make 8% on the 20 odd that I'm doing. So I click on that. You click in that little circle. Then you go down here. Didn't check that amount now. 20. Let's just say it was 22. Was it 22?
Yeah, just put $20.
It doesn't give me the amount here to see. I'm just going to say 22. $22, because there's where you can choose your amount, and that's where you choose your available account balance that's on the system. And then 2 seconds, I need to move something out the way. Yeah, then you say spend. Now I want you to see something now on the screen that comes after this. Hello. Okay, I think it doesn't do it when you do it from your account balance, but let's just go back to deposits because I believe that did go through. No, it didn't. Okay, I didn't see now if something popped up on the screen or not. That's weird. Maybe I didn't see the withdraw. Maybe I didn't see the confirm screen pop up there. Let's just try that again. It says $10 is the minimum. So I'm not sure why it didn't allow me to do. Let's just confirm that account balance. Maybe it was wrong. Maybe it was 20. There we go. That's what it's $21. Okay, sorry about that. I was thinking 22. So $21, that was the mistake, folks. So just there we go. That was why it didn't go through. So $21, I'm spending it from there. I'm spending it. All right. Now look here. Eddie, this is what I'm speaking about. Principal return. It says no. It's included in the profit.
Okay.
So that is where everyone is not reading and not understanding. Okay. And then they say principal withdraw, not available. So twice it's literally telling you that you don't get your principal back because it's included in the profit, which is that profit there. But you are literally, as it says on the main screen, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, if you go to this page here, it says there net income 8% or 10% or 12%, or if you're going for the VIP 150%. So that is what we need to understand. Okay, so I'm not going to put this through right now because we don't have to. I just wanted to get to the screen so you can basically see that it's the percentage that you're getting hourly is inclusive of your capital, and your capital gets back to you over the 24 hours because it's part of the profits of that 108 to 110 or 112. You understand?
Yeah. So what we should do is clip this part of the webinar out and put this on the training page for Profit Max, I think.
Okay. Okay.
And put like a title like watch this first.
Yeah, you're not recording it, so we'll have to grab it from the Facebook Live video and then do it that way. So
yeah, this is a good topic. So thank you for helping us understand that.
Okay, yes, I was about to say I hope that explains it better to everyone. So
sure.
If there's anyone that is still unclear, please shout now so I can try to explain it in a different way.
This is nice because this makes this model way more sustainable than some people were thinking originally. This is very sustainable.
What I like about it is it's a 24-hour cycle, so it doesn't tie your money up too much, and you at the end of the day choose whether you want to put it back or whether you want to withdraw it, as I said. So I think the onus is still on you. So it's not like you're making 110% on top of the 100% profit capital that you're putting in, which I believe a lot of people have read into wrong. So I think a lot of people are misunderstanding this platform. But even that, it's still paying higher than a lot of other platforms at the moment. So I mean, it's even if they are misunderstanding it, they are still making good money. If you have money to throw at this, if that insignificant money of yours is bigger than mine, and some other people's that have obviously just gone in with the lower amounts, let's say you're putting in 1,000 or 10,000, that 10% becomes a bigger amount that you can take out, you understand? Or the 12%, or even if you go for the VIP package and you're earning 1% per hour. So
well, that's a big amount no matter what. No matter where no matter what your insignificant funds are, it's all in relative to where you're starting. So,
exactly. So,
if you only have $100, it's insignificant, and you make, $8, that's that's significant still.
I mean, put it this way, just over the last few days of what I've earned with Profite Max, the money that I've used to earn in Profite Max, I can tell you for a certainty, there is no ways that same money, if I'd left it in a bank account here in my country, would have even earned that in 5 years with interest. There is no way. So in 3 or 4 days, I've earned more on my money than I would have if I'd left it in the bank. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Take the chance. Yes, it is a risk, but you know what? Every 24 hours, I can still choose. Okay, I'm going to stop there for instance, like a gambler, well, not that all gamblers know when to stop, but you call it quits when you want to call it quits, so yeah, it's your choice.
Cool. Thank you so much for that clarification. We'll get this
on
the
can you explain the bigger package? I'm trying to understand it. I'm not
the bigger package. Okay. All right, let me just all right, so this, as you can see, these ones are 24 hours, right, up until the insider plan. Love and Patra.
Yeah.
All right, so the bigger package, you have to come in with $1,001. Now it earns you up to 250 hours. So I worked it out. I think it's just over 14, just under 14 and a half days.
Just over 10 days, right?
No. It's
over 10 days, 10.41 days.
Oh, sorry. It's 11.4. Sorry, yeah, you're right. 11.4 something days. So it's just under 12 days. So basically, as you can see, you make 250% on your your capital turns into 250%. So basically, if you put in 1,001, you're going to come back with just about 2,500 in profit. Well, coming back to you. So you make 1,500 on it, basically. Let's just go back to that page and just see what it says here. The net profit. Your net profit is 150%. So that's basically for every 1,000 you put in, you're making 1,500 back.
Okay, question. Is it in 24 hours or you have to be in that 11 days before you make that money?
It says there for 250 hours. So I gather it's going to run for that 250 hours, meaning 11 and a half days, basically.
Okay.
It will tell you the same as if you look at my one now. If you look at my dashboard, I'm just going to it quickly here. It will tell you, you see all your plans tell you how many hours or days or whatever it's going to expire in. So if you had to take this 250 plan, that 250 hours, obviously, I don't know how they will work it out, whether they will say 11 days or 250 hours, but it will basically tell you your plan is running and how many hours is left of the plan. I believe that's how it would work.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, perfect. We need to make sure to snip that part of this webinar out and get it on the website. And guys, this is why these webinars are so critical. See, this is like, if you're not getting your people on these webinars, please do yourself a favor. Change that immediately. Let people know these webinars are happening, because this information, stuff like this, is going to make your life so much easier. And this is why we do this. We do this not only for ourselves, but for you and for your people. This is why we're all here. So, really hope that you take advantage of these webinars and take advantage of what we're doing here. We're not doing this just to waste our oxygen. We're doing this because imagine how much frustration and anxiety this is going to solve for you and your team to have this information in their hands, because there are people who I misunderstood some of this too. Even when my quote unquote training video, that's just me learning about it. So this is, I feel like I wasn't making any claims or anything, but I can understand how, I misunderstood how the whole process worked too. So I appreciate you helping us understand that as we're learning this together. So.
No, definitely. I concur there. Eddie, what I do understand and what I've actually seen in most cases, when people put out a platform, they put it out without understanding the platform first. And remember, there's a saying that I call ILIT. You first invest time or energy or even money into something, you learn it, you implement it. So in other words, you use the system or you use what you've learned, and then you teach. But some people, they go from the invest straight to the teach, and they forget the implement part and they forget the learn part. And then when they try and teach people, They don't know what to teach because they haven't learned themselves how to teach the people that they're trying to help. So,
and this is the chief difference between what we're doing how we approach this all these systems, right? Like if you look at like on the crypto landing page for this project, that's me just literally setting up my account, right? So like, and this is one of the reasons why I think it's so critical that, I think it's so important to approach these things the way that we approach them, right? Because we're not experts. We don't know everything. We share our journeys of what we're doing while we're setting them up. We're learning about them. This is what we're doing. We're learning through these processes. And it's fundamentally different than other people who pretend to know all the answers and make claims about what the platforms are or are not. And the truth is, oftentimes we find out things that are different as we go along the journey than what they are. So, and I found that it's okay to make mistakes if you're not making claims that you know all the answers. So that's why I'm personally very careful never to try to make it sound like I have all the answers or I know how all the platforms work. I don't. So it's a fundamental difference in how you can approach it. Even if you are trying to help other people, as long as you are, being real about the fact that you don't know the answers and you're just exploring this and they're seeing you explore it and learn it, that's a whole different approach than what other people do take. So be very careful that you're not out there trying to pretend like you know all the answers when you don't. So,
thank you for that, Eddie. There's also another saying, this is why I also love this group, because the fact of the matter is, even you as an individual, when you want to join something, you are always going to want to look up to someone that may have an answer if you are getting stuck with something. Now, in most cases, a lot of people believe, no, but I just want to be an investor. But hello, an investor is still going to need someone to speak to. Even if they're on a system, sometimes they want to speak to the support. But in most cases, a lot of systems don't have support. So the only way you do get support is through a support structure, for instance, like our Moneymakers Unlimited group, where you've got members that are physically using the platforms and the systems that understand how to use it, and they can offer you a lot quicker turnaround support than sometimes even the platform support offers themselves. So not saying that they are the official support, but you do just sometimes get a much better indication of how something works from a member that is using a platform. So I like that. Thanks, man.